some bunk beds.
Okay, we're gonna act like we didn't already do this.
Yeah, we have to restart.
We didn't start already. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, we
This
had
is
to
all fresh and
restart
new.
anyways.
Okay, so we're gonna screw the format that we had before. Fuck it. We're talking about the All-Star game. Who cares?
Okay, well, let's just give a brief rundown of what we went through.
Yeah, so we talked about Patrick Waugh.
Being a coach on the
He's
Islanders
coach
now.
of the Islanders now. Very exciting, very fun, very exciting. He's should be a good fresh breath of air for the Islanders team. Hopefully they make the playoffs. I don't really care if they do, like you said.
Yeah, I don't care for Islanders that much, honestly.
Yeah. And then talked about Fleury passing Waugh, which is sad. We also talked about the hit.
He got injured, concussion, 552 wins, Yeah, whatever. Broder's the only one ahead of him.
Yeah.
Quick now, what do you want to talk about? Ranta?
Ranta's having a super poor season. Carolina's having a really bad season. Now we're caught back
Okay,
up.
we condensed. That was like 30 minutes of talking that we wasted, and we condensed that into like a minute.
Beautiful. Now we're going to talk about the All-Stars.
Okay, the All-Star captains. Yeah. So let's go over this. Let's actually take some time with this again.
Yes.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
So, Matthews, Justin Bieber.
Yes, Matthew,
Obviously.
of course, with co-captain Morgan Riley. Yeah.
I think it's a Coke captain.
No.
Wouldn't be shocked if he was. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl's assistant with Will Arnett. Don't know if he's from Edmonton or what. I don't know what the significance is there.
Yeah, Will Arnett. Is he from Toronto? Do we know?
I don't know.
can look it up.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. Nathan McKinnon, Tate McRae. Once again, we figured out who Tate McRae is finally. We lost
singer.
that footage. She's a singer. Don't know what the significance is. She could be from Colorado, could be from Toronto, could be from a number of places.
I
Who
said
knows?
just a few minutes ago before I realized it is the Mick.
It's the Mick connection.
Mac and McCarr.
Mac.
I don't know.
They all start with M's. All their last names start with M's. You might be onto something.
But yeah, we're saying with McDavid though. It could have been McDavid.
I honestly
I couldn't
don't
tell you.
think.
I think it's
honestly
just Colorado
don't think
connection.
they chose their captains. I think the NHL probably
NHL
chose
chose
them.
them. NHL chose them, obviously.
Yeah, other than like JB was like, if you give me the Hughes brothers, I'm gonna riot. Which I mean, makes
JB,
sense.
wait, what?
Justin Bieber. If Justin Bieber gave,
Well, I think it's just a no-brainer to go with Austin
well,
Matthews.
yeah, they're like
'cause they're
actual
buddies.
friends.
Yeah.
And also Justin Bieber. This is another topic that we covered on the last podcast about the jerseys. He designed them.
Designed them. Yeah.
Justin Bieber designed those awful jerseys.
Yeah. I have something to say.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we trash talked the jerseys last time.
Oh no.
I think I know they look like shit.
Yeah.
I know they look bad, but I like them for an All-Star game.
Okay.
I like them for an All-Star game. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. It's wacky, It's memorable. And yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, I know. But if a team were to use that jersey, no.
But like
God, no.
But like, okay, so you say that, right?
"2019 All-Star Game jerseys."
Of course, it's coming up with the NBA.
Basketball.
Nobody
Dude,
cares about the
where's your
NHL.
algorithm, bro? What the?
This is a fresh account, man.
Yeah, those are. I don't like that. Why would they do that? See, wouldn't
Because they actually show the team logos. I like them.
wouldn't this jersey be more exciting that they're bringing right now? Like, it just looks wacky, and you're like, whoa.
I don't know. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I like this. I like it. I know it's black and white, kind of boring. Whatever. Who gives a shit? It's cool because like the thing is with the new All-Star jerseys is nobody's gonna buy them. Like, those are going to be on sale in the NHL shop. Nobody's going to buy
I
those
think people are
jerseys.
going to buy them.
But, like, people buy these jerseys because it's, like, an off
I would
color.
never buy that.
But it's
I
an
would
off
never
color
buy
of your
that.
favorite team. If you're a jersey collector and you have an off color of your favorite team.
No, I would think, oh, that's a stupid off-color jersey of my team.
All right, fair enough.
I want the color.
No,
That's
fair enough.
why
I
like the jersey.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, fine. I get you. Play some bunk peg coffee.
Yeah, that's Tristan. Shout out Tristan. Tristan, yeah, we should. I want you to graphic design us a logo one day when we have the available currency for our.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's a graphic designer, very good graphic designer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, since we've caught up, we can move on to the next topic here. That sucks that your mic wasn't working.
I know,
it's whatever.
man. Yeah.
It's whatever. So, underrated players. Hell yeah, he says.
Underrated players. I don't know, man.
Oh, Maggie's buying the All-Star jerseys. Okay, Maggie, what do you like about the All-Star jerseys?
Yeah, good for her. Good for her. Donnie, who is this Maggie Simpson?
I don't know.
Just a random subscriber? Fuck yeah, dude. Nice.
I'm just curious because I'm not like I don't hate them by any means. Don't get me wrong. They're not the worst jerseys I've ever seen.
I think they're gonna be fun to see. I think they're fun.
And now that I look at them again, I still don't like them. I don't know.
Oh wait, I never saw the back. Look at the back, the names. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
You might have to go back. Yeah, go back.
Go back. Okay.
Look at that.
Ooh, that's even worse.
Look at that.
Oh no.
That's bad.
Okay.
That's bad.
Okay. Maggie Simpson. Okay, if it's fun looking, fair enough.
It's fun, yeah.
Maggie,
it's different.
Look at the names.
It's fun.
They're sold out. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I
said nobody's gonna buy them. They are sold out.
Okay. I think, like, if a team were to do that jersey themselves,
yeah,
it would be
it would be an
abomination.
absolute
It'd be
disaster.
the worst.
They
thing
are kind
ever.
of cool. They're kind of cool.
I think it's different. It's fun, and I think
Yeah.
we need to do more things like that in the NHL. Yeah. I think it's cool that they're doing it.
It's I guess like I said today, even bad publicity is good publicity.
Yes.
Any publicity is good if it gets the name out there. Even if people say, "Oh, these jerseys are ugly," doesn't really matter. People will watch the All-Star game.
I think
watch them.
Quote me on this in the future, man. I think they're gonna have like glow in the dark, not glow in the, like light up jerseys in the future. Light up jerseys that are like crazy and like when they score a goal. Hey, when they score a goal, dude, their jerseys are gonna like light up and freak out and stuff and like. All right. Dude, I want to make a video. On like potential the evolution of hockey. The future evolution of hockey. I think that's a dope topic. My brain is like every time I think about the future evolution of hockey, my brain goes to crazy places.
Yeah, I wonder what it does look like. I don't know about the light up jerseys.
In the future, I think so, man.
Yeah,
light up jerseys.
Cool.
Just like
I think I'm just curious how the game's gonna evolve because like it's changed so much from. I was a goalie growing up, and like just goaltending from like 2006, 2007 to now is so much different than it's ever been. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's not even the same thing at all. So
like the game's like there's gonna be no refs. It's all gonna be like the video that does it. Yeah. When the players get into fights.
Augmented reality.
Dude.
Maybe
players get into fights. Drones comes and pulls the players apart.
Yeah.
Dude, like what else? Like it would pretty soon. Maybe they won't even have to play hockey. Like it'll just be all like VR or like fucking. You don't even have to. You know, they don't even.
All right. Okay, next topic here. So underrated players.
Underrated players. I mean, you know, I'm not the best at this topic. I think if three I had in mind were Nikita Kucherov, which sounds crazy because we all know everyone knows he's really good.
He's not in the great market though. For just general hockey fans.
Yes, he's not in the market. Yeah, like he's not as marketable as like, you know, of course, like Canadian players or Canadian teams like McDavid, Draisaitl, you know, Matthews, all these guys. Like he's just not he doesn't have to get the attention that those guys get, which is okay. I mean, we all know he's great
for sure.
But Nikita Kucherov. Underrated just as a public wise, people wise. Sam Reinhart, you know, I've never really heard too much of him.
Unreal season this
year. But he's having an unreal
Yeah,
season this year.
I thought that Sam Reinhart was only having a good season because Matthew Tkachuk slowed down. And
Right.
I don't hate the fact that Matthew Tkachuk's doing better, but I traded him and I regret that heavily because Matthew Tkachuk is playing super well now. He's heated up. He's playing much better now than he was earlier in the season. And he's just Sam Reinhart's just scoring goals at will. It's crazy. That Florida team, I knew that they went to the Cup final last year. I didn't know if they would be upper echelon of the league. I thought maybe wild card because they had such a kind of a poor regular season last year that I didn't think they were going to be super elite regular season this year, and they've looked great.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So no issues there from me.
But Sam Reinhart is just right behind Matthews on goals right now. Matthews is at 38 and was Sam Reinhart at like 35, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then who's your next there?
Next, was it JT Miller? No, like Canucks fans, they know JT Miller is good, but I feel like outside of Canucks, he's probably not done that well.
And it's a weird one because
33 goals. I was wrong.
Yeah. So it's a weird one because JT Miller, when he was in New York, when he was in Tampa, wasn't that good. He wasn't great. Like
Right.
he was good. Don't get me wrong. He was a good player. Anybody in the NHL, anybody in the AHL, anybody playing hockey for money is far better than I'd ever be.
I
Don't
could
get me
probably.
wrong.
I think give me a few years to practice. I can catch up to him.
All right.
Yeah.
But anyways, JT Miller though, he was a third line kind of grinder guy in New York,
Yeah.
and in Tampa Bay he was good.
Yeah.
But nobody saw this. Nobody
No.
saw like a ceiling of 100 points.
Yes.
Like
yes.
perennial. Like I'm not gonna say Hart Trophy, but I mean I wouldn't be shocked if he gets votes this year. Like he's been playing very, very, very good hockey.
Yeah, man.
And he's the heartbeat of that team. I would say Quinn Hughes has definitely helped out that team a lot just vocally behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Hughes has made a world of difference for that team. It's crazy. He
Yes.
got this captain bump out of nowhere. Like he's just been playing unbelievable hockey. But
I knew he was gonna get the captain bump because I was at the final home game last season.
yeah,
Shootout win against Calgary.
yeah,
Yeah. Then we hung out after at the bar.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
Fun
it was.
fun night.
yeah,
I knew he was gonna get the bump to captain because at the end when they were thanking all the fans,
yeah,
Quinn Hughes took the mic. He took a mic just like this, kinda.
yeah.
And he said, "Thank you, fans. You know, you guys are the best." And I was like, "Well, he did it for a reason because he's gonna be captain."
Really?
Yeah.
You called it?
Yeah, I called it.
Wow.
Yeah, I basically can tell
You're
the future.
crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
That's a wild thing. No, he's just been playing unreal. I don't know. We can talk about Quinn Hughes for a while though. Okay, so
Yeah, that's my three players. Do you have any other underrated players?
couple more Canucks.
Yeah.
A bit of a homer.
Yeah,
Dakota Joshua
Yes,
has
of
been
course,
playing
man.
so well,
Yeah.
and he's such a physical guy. That third line. So my two of my players are from that third line in Vancouver: Dakota Joshua, Connor Garland. Everybody wanted Connor Garland gone. Not everybody, but the media was talking about trading Connor Garland this before the season had started and over the summer break for the NHL, and nobody was really sold on him. Nobody knew if he was worth the cap hit, how much he was getting paid, and they've been great. That line has been fantastic. Dakota Joshua from St. Louis Blues. Wasn't really a mainstay in that lineup. Fourth line guy, could play third line minutes, but nobody really knew what his ceiling was. And then he goes over to Vancouver, and I'm pretty sure. Let's just see here, Dakota Joshua. So yeah, he's got 12 goals as a third line player. He's got 12 goals, 11 assists for 23 points as a third line player. He's got 39 PIMs already. He's been fighting. He hits. He's been great. I really love the way he plays. He's a really, really fun player to watch.
Yes.
Along with Connor Garland, obviously.
Yes.
But
Yes. I want to add also, I think the Oilers' bottom six is not as bad as we think. You know, we see Warren Fogle. We talked about him last.
I love
last
Warren
time,
Fogle,
and
yeah.
he's doing good, man. Like, dude, like they've been scoring at least once. They've been doing good,
Yeah.
especially on this winning streak, man. I feel like
for
they
sure.
have been doing the majority of the
For
scoring
sure.
from what, not majority, but they've been
well,
doing
that
good.
last game. So that was the impressive part about that last game that they played was that they won. What was it, 3-1?
3-1
against who?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Your Calgary Flames.
They won 3-1 against Calgary. And there was not a single point from
McDavid
either.
or Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. They showed a stat, remember?
Yeah.
And it was like their record when McDavid and Draisaitl don't get a point, and
Yeah.
it was like 9, 79, and 10
wow.
or something, which is insane.
Well, but that doesn't help.
Something like that. It was like close to that.
But that's why I don't say the fact that their bottom six is weak because I want to be a dick. It's just like that stat sort of shows, you know, like
Yeah.
if they don't show up, if McDavid and Draisaitl don't show up for a game, the majority of the time they
that
lose
goes
that
to
game.
show you. Yeah.
The majority of the time they lose that
That
game.
stat showed you. But lately, they've been good, man.
For sure. No, you can't take that away from them.
Yeah.
They've been playing fantastic. All lines scoring. Hottest team in hockey. 13 win streak is a big thing, and I think that was going to be our next topic, anyways. It was
13-game win streak,
13
man.
games straight.
Highest for a Canadian team.
Yeah, that is the record for the Edmonton Oilers, which is just insanity to me. They've just been playing absolutely fantastic hockey. I mean, you can't really say anything else. I mean, goaltending's been going their way as well. Goaltending's been going their way. Not Jack Campbell. Let's not talk about
Jack
him.
Campbell.
Let's not talk about him. Stuart Skinner has been playing great.
Stuart Skinner's been doing
Super
great.
good
man.
comeback.
Like we said, he just needs to develop more, get the confidence and experience.
With goalies, it's all about confidence.
Yes.
It's all about confidence.
Yes.
If you don't have a confident goalie, he's not going to be playing well. We saw that with Ilya Samsonov in Toronto. He had a great game his last game. Not a lot of shots, not a lot of hard saves to make, but that doesn't really matter. It depends. Like Samsonov, when he was playing poorly, along with Stuart Skinner when they were playing poorly, it didn't matter how high quality of a shot it was. They were letting it in.
Yeah.
So, it's a big deal to have confidence. Yeah. Edmonton Oilers, 13-game win streak so far. Looking to hopefully make it a little bit further.
That'd be awesome.
It would be.
To see it.
It would be really cool. Me being a Flames fan, I should not be saying this. Oilers are probably my second favorite to win the cup this year.
Who's your first?
Well, Jets.
Jets still, yeah.
Jets still, yeah.
The Canucks up there.
No, Canucks are not there for me. I love the Canucks. Don't get me wrong, but I just their success has kind of come out of nowhere, and I feel like a lot of that team is sort of now. Obviously, the bubble they did great in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. For the bubble, they went far, but that's not really the same team now as they had then. So I think it's going to have some growing pains for them to get used to the playoffs. Now, I'd love to eat my words and them do great in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. I'd love that shit. But anyways.
I just want to mention, okay, so at the top, we see the 92-93 Penguins, 17 games. That's incredible. And then we got Columbus, the 2016-2017. I wasn't really paying too much attention to hockey at that time.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Columbus was that good back then. I mean, they didn't make it past the first round, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty impressive by them, and that kind of caught me off guard when I first saw that.
And then you're
originally.
likely Pittsburgh Penguins. Makes sense. Washington. These are elite teams. Yeah, Columbus is a little bit out there. I'm shocked. I can't remember what win streak St. Louis went on when they won the cup, but I'm shocked it wasn't up here. Because a lot of that team was talking, I remember Pat Maroon talking about, we thought we were going to never lose a game again. We just kept winning games, and it was just insane. We thought we'd never lose again. I'm sure the Oilers feel that way, too. The only issue I have with the Oilers winning as many games as they have is teams will get into a funk of winning games. They're winning every single game, even though they're making slight lapses, slight bad decisions, and it can just become normal to them because they're still winning. It doesn't matter. As soon as they start losing,
I'm sure
those habits stay. If those habits stay,
they stay,
that's going to be a bad one. But I haven't really seen that they've been doing poorly with any bad habits, anything like that. They've looked good, so can't really take anything away from them there. No, Oilers, they're a great team.
Yeah. Quinn Hughes is the Tesla of hockey. I like that.
Quinn Hughes is Tesla hockey.
Big fan here. My question is, does Bedard still get the Calder with his injury? If not, who gets it, says Zupper.
Okay. So if Bedard plays over 65 games, he wins the Calder. If not, Brock Faber wins the Calder.
Right.
Have you seen much about Brock Faber?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man, the kid's good.
Yeah.
Minnesota, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Second round pick.
That's crazy.
The talk is about Fantilli, him,
Leo
Fantilli, Bedard, Leo Carlson, Luke Hughes, all these guys. Coronado out of Calgary. Bunch of guys. I mean, Bedard's been the only one that's really shocked everybody, which obviously he's been great. Faber, Brock Faber, really, really good.
Right. Well,
if he plays over 65 games, so Bedard,
you know what?
he's
I think, regardless of Connor's injury, I think that he's got it. I think that he's got it for sure. I think once if he comes back and I think he's got it.
Mm-hmm. So McDavid was injured.
He missed a lot more games though,
and didn't win it.
Yeah,
and
Artemi Panarin.
I don't think he cares too much if he won the Calder or not.
No.
I think he's pretty happy with his career so far. I don't really think the guy needs more accolades. I think Bedard's, if he doesn't win the Calder this year, it really doesn't matter. Whoever wins the Calder, it doesn't mean they're going to be a great player forever. Yeah. A great example of that is now Tyler Myers has been playing much better this year. Don't get me wrong.
He won the Calder?
Yeah, Tyler Myers won the Calder in his rookie year. The big old giraffe man. So, I mean, it means something, but it doesn't mean everything.
For a player like that, honestly, like Tyler Myers, it's honestly cool if you got that,
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have much, he doesn't have anything else, but he's got that. And I think that's cool.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on here. So Sheldon Keefe, I hate that everybody talks about Toronto constantly. Now Toronto did beat Seattle. Seattle is below the playoff line though, so you kind of hope that they beat them. But if they didn't, I wouldn't be shocked if Keefe got fired.
Right.
After that game,
He's on the hot seat. Yeah.
he is on the hot seat for sure. I don't think anybody thinks it's Sheldon Keefe's fault of the way they're playing. And coming back to my Calgary fandom, Brad Treliving just likes paying certain guys a lot of money, like random free agent ads. Like, I was going to bring this up on the podcast, and I decided not to, but I will real quick. The James Neal signing that Calgary made, and then didn't work out for them at all. So there's a Lucic-James Neal trade, but that's a good example of just overpaying a guy to come on. And then Blake Coleman has been having a great year this year, but it does seem like an overpayment. This seems like a career year from him. And there's a couple other guys in the past, but I won't get into it. Brad Treliving just likes name value, and he'll just sign name value just in hopes that the team does better and that they're going to do great because he's there or because they're in Toronto or whatever. I don't know if I love that, in all honesty. I really don't know. Yeah, so little quote from...
well, what did Sheldon Keefe say? Didn't he say...
42 games in, I still have a lot of questions, quite honest, about who is going to go out, and we have to... say for certain is going to get the job done for us.
Wait, no, I thought he said something like his team needs to be scoring. That was a terrible. I thought he said something like his team needs to be scoring more goals. Didn't he say something like that? He's like, we need to score more goals. But it's like, bro, like your guys are scoring goals. Your guys are just defense and goalies are kind of got to figure that out.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I understand that it's tough to get a team that has the most eyes on it in the entire market to ignore the media and to get out of their heads a little bit and just play hockey because they're talented players. They've got a bunch of talented players. Everybody knows that. They're a talent-rich team. I honestly think, though, that it's not Keefe's fault. It's just way too many guys getting overpaid, which is very cliche, I know. But you don't have that Tavares contract, and you have another top 4D. This team's probably a lot different than it is right now. You don't have that Tavares contract. You have a top 4D and maybe a goalie too. I think that Kyle Dubas put a lot of stock into Matt Murray being the guy that was going to take them to the promised land, and yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a very odd one. Toronto just I'm so used to them being a regular season dynamo that the fact that they've been struggling so heavily, not so heavily, but...
They're in a playoff spot. Like, they're still in the top 3 of their division.
I get it. But they're not supposed to be just in a playoff spot and just in the top 3 of the division. If you're a contending team that's looking to win a cup year after year, and they have been, you need to show a little bit of progression in both facets. Yes, they won the first round last year. But if you show regression in the regular season from here...
Yeah.
How much confidence are they going to have going into the playoffs? Because that's the number one thing with Toronto is the lack of confidence.
Yeah.
So you have no confidence going into the playoffs. What's going to happen? It's not probably anything good. Max Domi's been okay. Tyler Bertuzzi's definitely been underperforming. Klingberg, when he was in, was awful. He's injured, but he's been awful. Ryan Reeves signing that guy for, what was it, 3 years, 2 years? At the age he's at and how little he can play.
Really that long?
It was either 3 or 2 years, either way. Yeah, it's just a bad signing. I don't know. Like, just a bunch of bad signings this year. And I was excited to see how Tyler Bertuzzi would do in Toronto because he did so well in Boston last year during the playoff run there. Or last year during the playoff run.
Playoff
First
run.
round.
The last
half of the season, regular season, I should say.
Yeah.
And he looked good in the playoffs, too. I mean, Tyler Bertuzzi was probably one of their best players during that playoff series against Florida where they shit the bed.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, tough one, definitely. But yeah, no, Keefe should not be the scapegoat, but it's a Canadian market. You're hired to be fired.
Yeah,
sort of how it goes.
Yeah,
you know?
Hockey coaches are so disposable.
Oh yeah, for sure. No.
Yeah.
And the other weird one is Buffalo as well. I don't know what's going on with Buffalo at all. Like they were supposed to be really good. Anyways, so Corey Perry.
Yeah.
So your good old Edmonton Oilers. Corey Perry has been signed to the Edmonton Oilers.
I just want to give a shout out to my friend Kyle White. He, believe it or not, when Corey Perry first got suspended or his contract terminated, he said he's going to Edmonton. This is like 2 months ago when he got suspended.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
He said he's going to Edmonton. I guarantee it. And sure enough,
league minimum contract.
See, I mean, I believe in forgiveness. I don't think that, like we said last, I don't want to even talk about those stupid rumors to give it any, publicity. I think he's just, what happened. He said he's got substance abuse problems. I think that, I believe that he can do it. I believe in forgiveness, and I believe he struggled. He lost the Stanley Cup 3 years in a row in the finals.
Yeah.
Bro, that's got to be hard on you.
Or it's a curse.
That's got to be hard on you. Yeah.
Or he just cursed the Edmonton Oilers.
That's the thing. He just cursed the Edmonton Oilers. Exactly. That's what I think. That's what I was going to get to that. Maybe he just made the team worse.
No, he definitely did make the team worse.
Logically, the first thing I thought was dude, if the Oilers are on a 13-game win streak, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
But that's being said,
somebody else is going to pick him up.
Someone else is going to pick him up. It doesn't hurt to get him, man. Cheap minimum league signing,
playoff
whatever.
Wise, when you have a guy like Corey Perry. So if you go through the roster, Edmonton's roster, you've got Evander Kane, Corey Perry, and Darnell Nurse. It's a pretty tough team to play against.
Yeah, those are tough guys. Yeah,
it's a pretty tough team to play.
Guys that get under your skin. Yeah,
get under your skin, push you around, hit you, screw with you, get under your goalie's skin, get under the team, get under your coach's skin. Even for a playoff run, I think Corey Perry is a great player.
Yeah, I mean, he went to the finals 3 years in a row. With 3 different teams.
It's true. Yeah, I do worry about just how the roster is going to respond to a new player coming in. Everybody's going to get really excited, obviously. It's sort of Ken Holland saying, okay, you guys have done good. Here's somebody that I can get without trading anything. That's the biggest thing.
Without trading anybody, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Signed a league minimum, basically nothing on the cap.
Yeah.
And he's a third-line guy that can chip in goals. Great physicality still at his age. Probably great in the locker room. I mean, you got to remember, they won a cup.
Yeah.
Perry's won a cup. He's
2007.
He's been there.
Anaheim.
He's been there. He's done that.
Yeah.
He's a little rat, so he's...
Yeah.
I wonder how him and Kane are going to be in the locker room. That'll be a fun one because those two guys have a definite personality disparity. But yeah.
Yeah, I think he just hated being in Chicago.
Sorry?
I think he just didn't want to be in Chicago too.
Well, it didn't come out what happened.
I think I don't know.
I think he was a bit pissy.
I
don't know
alcohol
how he was
problems.
Pissy because he was making so much money in Chicago.
Doesn't have to do with money, man. It has to do with winning. It has to do with winning.
I get it. Was it alcohol? We don't even know if it was alcohol. It could have been
substance abuse.
Was it substance abuse?
That's what they're saying. And he just
it happens. It's. I'm glad he's taken 2 months to, become what he is now.
Yeah, man, he's a strong dude.
Hopefully he comes back and he plays great hockey. I mean,
Yeah,
I like the guy. I didn't like him when he was in Anaheim, obviously. Being a Flames fan, the Anaheim Ducks bullied the Flames 2 years in a row. First round exits. Thank you very much, Dallas. Didn't like you very much, Corey Perry.
Well, just the fact that Montreal got to the finals in 2020.
That wasn't off the back.
Yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, that wasn't off the back of Corey Perry, though.
2021, sorry.
But that wasn't Corey Perry's doing.
I mean, he was on that team, and Montreal wasn't a good
Carey
team.
Price.
Yeah, Carey Price on the team. But, the fact that they beat...
And Shea Weber.
The fact that they beat Vegas in the conference finals is very impressive.
For sure, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Carey Price has the greatest playoff run I've seen since
I know.
Yeah, and Shea Weber, that was their final Raw season. I'm 100% sure that locker room heard a speech of this is probably it from me, from Shea Weber.
Yeah,
we gotta go out swinging here. But yeah, no. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the standings here because stuff has changed since we last talked about the standings. So pull this back up here. So, Bruins still atop the Atlantic.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a way you can get like the wild card standing?
I mean, we can figure it out.
If you go to the NHL website, you can.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that instead. All right, fine. NHL website. Standings. Is that better?
Then go wild card. Press wild card. There you go. I like this format better. I don't know if the viewers like it better more or not. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, we'll look at the people currently in the playoffs, or the teams currently in the playoffs. So for Atlantic, Boston, obviously.
Yeah.
It's funny how they're like, oh yeah, Boston's kind of been slowing down recently. I mean, they're still 28-8. You can slow down as much as you want, but like they're slower than they were. They're still winning games. They're still.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, they got a 4-game win streak right now, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. 4-game win streak. Wow. Yeah, no, because they were struggling in December, or not struggling, but a little bit worse in December. Yeah, I mean January's been good to them for sure. Yeah. So Florida, like I said, been just an absolute great team. Who knew that they were great before last year's playoffs? Like they barely even squeaked in, went to the Cup final.
Yeah.
So much offensive talent. Paul Maurice on the hot seat for a lot of last year, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, well we're upper echelon in the NHL and we win a lot of games and we can make it to the Cup final. So
yeah,
pretty good. Toronto, they've won their last game, but they were on a losing streak, obviously. 5-4-1 their last 10. Not the biggest deal in the world. If that would have maintained itself into Seattle and they lost that Seattle game, I do think there would have been a change.
Yeah.
Or at least some sort of a chat with the team from upper management or even the owner or ownership group. But yeah, I mean, Toronto's a good team. They need to get their goaltending figured out. Hopefully Samsonov comes in and does well.
Samsonov. No, you just said it weird.
Oh,
you just said
yeah. Hopefully Samsonov does well. Martin Jones. It's like, did I say it right?
Samsonov. You said Samsonov.
Samsonov. I mean, same thing.
Yeah,
Samsonov. Whatever. Yeah, Martin Jones is not a guy that you want as your starter.
No.
So hopefully he does well.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. New York Rangers. One winning streak, but they were not doing well before that. You can see there.
No, they weren't. Yeah,
4-5-1 in their last 10. I mean, for a team that everybody was saying was destined to win the President's Trophy, honestly, probably not a bad thing if they don't win the President's Trophy. I think they'd probably prefer that, just seeing how the President's Trophy winners have fared in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool banner you have, but you'd much rather Stanley Cup banner. So, anyways, Philly. What on earth? Yeah, they're on a two-game losing streak.
Doesn't
whatever.
mean anything.
Last 10 games, they're still better than the New York Rangers. They have one game in. Rangers have one game in hand on them, but I wouldn't be shocked if we see Philly maybe surpass New York. Now that being said, New York's got enough talent. They've got a good enough team. They can go on another run. Yeah. So Carolina though. Just like I said earlier when it was recording, Antti Ranta, not great. They've had some goaltending struggles. Now, obviously, last 10 games, 7-2-1. You would like that goaltending shored up just for the playoffs, though. Just for playoffs' sake. You need strong goaltending in the playoffs. Goaltending and defense wins you championships in the NHL. Detroit Red Wings, they've stormed back into a wild card spot. Last 10 games, 7-2-1, looked great. Tampa Bay, they seemed connected at the hip at this point, both those teams, both with 53 wins. Detroit's got a game in hand, but 7-3-0. Tampa Bay's been looking much, much better, much more like themselves, which I'm happy about. And then Islanders, obviously, with Patrick Waugh. Do you want to take over for this guy?
Yeah, for the Western Conference here. Yeah, of course, in the Central Division, Winnipeg Jets at the top. Colorado Avalanche is just right behind them with 63 points, 1 point below them. But Winnipeg has 3 games in hand, which is impressive. Yeah. Very impressive.
Well, and especially when you think about the fact that Winnipeg coming into this year, everybody thought that it was going to be like Scheifele's leaving, Hellebuck's leaving, Dubois gone. Like, this team's going to be in shambles. They get a great return out of Dubois, which I don't think a lot of people saw coming. We'll get to LA later.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Colorado, I mean, both great teams. Winnipeg's my cup favorites right now.
Yeah. I just like to see, 3 Canadian teams right now in the West.
Yeah.
Are in good spots.
Yeah. And, I mean,
continuing to do good.
Connor Hellebuyck. You can't bet against Connor Hellebuyck. You can't do it. You can't do it. So carry on there.
And then Dallas, I always like Dallas kind of. They're in the 3rd position in the Central with 60 points.
Yeah.
Then we talk about the Vancouver Canucks. Fucking rights, look at them go, man. 66 points.
8-1-1.
8-1-1 in the last 10. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Once again, the Canucks. I had them in the playoffs before the season. In my opinion, just talking in circles and stuff. I didn't think this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody thought this was going to happen. I mean, Demko looks like he is top 3 best goalies in the league, which I sort of knew that before. I've always been a big Demko fan, but who knew that the scoring would be at the rate it's at, and they haven't really been letting in that many goals either. Like you look at 119 goals against compared to Colorado. Now Colorado's got one more game played, but still, that's a pretty big. That's pretty
one
big.
game played.
119 to teams that were supposed to be much better than them. They're better at that. They've got more goals than the rest.
Yeah.
Other than Colorado, as aforementioned. But
yeah. And then we got Vegas. I don't care about Vegas. We don't need to talk about them.
They've been doing a bit better recently.
I mean,
we got to talk about them for a second.
I don't really care. They, they're 59 points, 2nd place. Yeah, who cares?
Anyway, I'll talk about them.
We don't need to talk about them.
3 wins in a row. I mean,
yeah, good for them.
They've been looking better. They were looking quite shit.
Yeah.
So they've been looking much better recently. I mean, cup hangover is a real thing. They played so much hockey.
Yeah.
Over this past 2 years, I guess. They played a lot of hockey, so
yeah.
You expect a bit of a slump. I'm not glad that they came out of it. Actually, I am. I like Vegas. I don't like them in the NHL.
I don't like them.
Anyways, your Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, Edmonton Oilers, man. Well, I don't know how much we've talked about this already, a lot, but they're at a 13-game win streak, which is awesome.
No one cares about Vegas.
Yeah. Wait. How many more? There's another one there.
Oh, Sean said Canucks are thirsty. Vegas got the best rings.
Their rings are pretty nice. Yeah.
Vegas does have the best rings.
If I shout out Maggie Simpson 94. Yeah, fucking right.
Vegas. I get it. They're an expansion team. They shouldn't be this good. You gotta.
And yeah, it's just all the fans there. Just let's watch the hockey show tonight.
I know.
They do this Stanley Cup thing? Is this an every night thing? Do they do this every night?
I get it. It seems like a fun rink to play in. They're very loud.
Yeah,
lots of super theatrical. I mean, I'd love to watch a game there.
Yeah, I know. I should have. Sure. I was in Vegas.
That's right.
During the home opener, right. And I mean, the tickets would have been so expensive.
Unbelievably, yeah.
Yeah, against Seattle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't go.
So you're nobody's LA Kings. I think of the LA Kings the same as you think of Vegas.
Yeah, I don't care for
not
I don't
a huge
care
fan.
For LA.
Not
I
a
don't
big
care
fan
for LA,
of LA. But we got to mention the fact that they are 2-5-3 in their last 10.
They suck.
Dubois has done nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. The fact that the Jets got such a haul out of that trade, and everybody was like, well, Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to be okay. And then they signed him to what, $8.5, $9 million, something like that in LA. It's like,
yeah, that sucks.
What on earth are we doing here? Nashville, Smashville, kind of an odd one in our second wildcard spot here. Like nobody really saw that coming either. Roman Josi, obviously, but then you've got guys like Morgan Riley, not Morgan Riley. What's his name? No.
Who on Nashville?
Yeah, Ryan O'Reilly. Yeah, Ryan O'Reilly, just a renaissance season. Like he's been playing great hockey.
Do you know any Nashville fans?
Personally?
Yeah.
No.
I know one,
Okay.
and I just think it's so weird.
I mean, Nashville's a good team. I like UC Saros a lot.
Yeah.
I like UC Saros. I'm a big goalie supporter. So yeah, UC Saros, great goalie.
Yeah.
LA needs to we'll go back to LA. LA needs to shore up their home record. You look at 8-5 at home. That's just not good enough.
They were starting off. Yeah, they had a good away record. That was like their
that's all they have.
Didn't they they made some sort of
they had a long road trip
to
start the season. At the start of the season, they had a long road trip, and they did great in their road trip. Like they were one of the longest undefeated teams to start the season, and then just their home record. Like at home, they just haven't been good enough. at all. You're going to have long homestands in the NHL. You're going to have long road trips. You need to be good at both if you want to be a contending team. And honestly, it's probably better that they're in a wild card spot, just playoff wise, because they've been so much better away. So maybe you win a couple games away and then come back and just hope to God you can win some games at home. But yeah, pretty crazy either way. Arizona, I would
like to see them do good, man.
I'd love to see them pass Nashville or LA.
Also at the same time, I hope they don't do good, because I would like to see potentially they move to Quebec.
They're not going to.
But they would never do that.
I get it. Yeah, no. It's a team that I'd like to see do well. I don't think they will this year.
No.
But they're Logan Cooley is one of my favorite players in the league. Respect the rings. Oh, jeez. All right.
Was that a Lord of the Rings reference?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is tight, man. Have you watched it?
Worst. It's the worst.
Lord of the Rings?
I've never seen it.
You never? You gotta watch it.
Me and Sully talk about the fact that I always bust his balls and say that Lord of the Rings is the worst movie franchise of all time.
No, it's great.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I've never seen it. I can't say anything about that. But
yeah.
Okay. League leaders in the NHL. Let's check this out.
The Nate dog just passed Kucherov, didn't he?
I know. Yeah. So,
let's
start off here. That's worse. That's a worse chart. Let's just look at.
Go to rookies for a second. Connor Bedard still in the league?
But Brock Faber is. I'm telling you, Brock Faber, defenseman Brock Faber.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, super impressive. Dana White is talking about buying the NHL. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true either.
Anyway.
That'd be dope, man. To hear
that would never make any sense.
That's what I always think about. Imagine an alternate universe, or if AI can create it. Joe Rogan podcast, but instead of him talking about UFC all the time, he talks about NHL. Wouldn't that be sick, man?
That would be cool.
That would be dope.
Maybe we can be as big as that.
Yeah.
At some point, that's the goal.
You ever try DMT?
We're filling a niche. Yeah. We just got to start talking about monkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, Connor Bedard, 33 points. Pretty. Everybody kind of expected this.
33 points in 39 games, which is impressive for a rookie, man.
Yeah, the last rookies to be above a point per game in the rookie season: Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, they had just over 100.
Very
points.
different NHL now than it was then. So it's all good. And then Brock Faber. So Brock Faber kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I've never really heard this guy before.
Just to show you. So. Last year played 2 games plus 2, whatever.
Wasn't a rookie then.
That was his rookie season, but he only played 2 games, so it doesn't count. But his rookie season, 46 games, 3 goals, 24 assists, 27 points, plus 5 is the big thing. So he's on a team that is struggling heavily. They're below 500. He's still a plus 5. Yeah. He's been great defensively, and as a rookie defenseman playing 24 minutes a night.
That's impressive.
Or 25 minutes basically if you round up. That is crazy.
That's Calder level right there, man.
That is crazy. So, and coming from a second-round pick too, pretty wild out of him. I quite like that. What is going on?
Yeah.
It's the chat.
It's the chat.
Yeah. The Joey Rogies of hockey.
Who said that?
Duffy.
Nice.
Duffy 711.
Nice.
There we go. I love it. Brock Faber. He's my Calder favorite if Bedard doesn't get healthy. Fantilli. I don't want to say underwhelming season. Columbus hasn't been doing great. I think everybody put way too much stock into this kid coming in and thinking that Columbus is going to be a great team. He's going to be number one line or first line. He's going to just completely change this team. They're not a great team. You can see 25 points is pretty good as a rookie. Minus
on a
18,
bad team.
Minus 18.
Ooh.
Not great. But that's also a bad team. 15 minutes. They expect the fans expect way too much out of the kid. He's underperforming compared to the fans' expectation of him. I don't think he's underperforming personally.
He's not going to win the Calder Award,
no.
But he's going to win the oldest looking rookie award.
He is a pretty old looking rookie.
Yeah.
The guy's 18.
Yeah, wow.
That's crazy.
It's like what's his name? Evan Bouchard. What's his name? Evan Bouchard. Dude, he's 24. He's a year younger than me, and he looks like he's 33. It's incredible.
No, it is.
Yeah.
No, he's hockey ages you way faster. I feel like you look at Jumbo Joe. He's not even that old of a guy.
Yeah, no.
but
no.
he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving along here. Luke Hughes, I mean, another defenseman that could challenge for the Calder here. Not quite in the same echelon as Brock Faber, in my opinion, but 24 points, super good. -7 will be the big thing that deters people from him.
Man.
Because of how good Brock Faber is defensively. That being said, Brock Faber is older.
Was Brock Faber American?
I can check that in a second here.
He probably
20
is.
minutes, but Luke Hughes is playing 20 minutes a night.
That's impressive, man.
That's a good amount of time as a rookie defenseman. We can check where
Brock Faber.
is
He's
from.
he's probably American, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maple Grove, Minnesota. Oh, he's from Minnesota.
That's dope.
Really cool.
Good for him.
Wow. LA Kings. Yeah. So LA Kings, 2nd round pick, traded to. That's crazy.
Minnesota.
Traded to Minnesota for a 1st round pick and Kevin Fiala. So there was something else thrown into that deal, I'm sure. We'll have to bring up that deal in a second here. But yeah. No, I mean, LA's trades have been looking. I mean, Kevin Fiala's a great player, don't get me wrong. But I think if LA knew what Brock Faber would turn into, they probably don't do that trade again. But
yeah, it all depends on if Minnesota makes the playoffs too for Brock Faber to get the.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's I don't know. It's like
I mean, Chicago isn't going to make the playoffs.
No, I know exactly. Like if Minnesota makes the playoffs,
Cider, yeah, I guess. It's
just like he helped his team get to the playoffs, so he's kind of a more better rookie.
Either way, I think
Kind of
we just completely skipped over Marco Rossi. So
does it go by Calder? Just goes by like the most valuable rookie, or does it go by
the best rookie in the league?
It doesn't go by points.
No, it's the writers just basically vote on who the best player rookie in the league is. Another guy from Minnesota. We completely skipped over him. I apologize. Marco Rossi. I mean,
Austrian, eh?
Great points out of him. Brock Faber's sort of stealing his thunder as a rookie, but Minnesota's future is very bright for sure. They need to get their cap situation under wraps. I mean, when they bought out Parise and Suter, and they have such a massive cap penalty because of that, everybody sort of expected they'd have a bit of they'd recess a little bit. Nobody thought it'd be like this. I mean, they were a great team last year. They're well out of the playoffs this year. I mean, every team still has a chance, but their chances are very low. So anyways, that's the top 5 there. So let's go up to just top skaters here. Top 5 for rookies. So Nathan MacKinnon, I mean, it's crazy that his last 100-point season was last year.
That is crazy.
I mean, he's also been injured.
And look the COVID year.
82 points was his most games as of recently. I mean, his rookie season 63, huge recession here. Anyways,
go back to that recession. Yeah, I mean, they did miss some games. But
missed some games, 38 points. The team is terrible.
The team was bad,
and then he's under a point per game for a lot of this, and super highly touted prospect. 97 points, sort of his break. That was definitely his breakout year. 24 goals as a rookie is also a breakout year, but 97 points, almost 40 goals, 17-18, and then almost eclipses that 100-point mark, misses by 1. And then I think that was the same year that Goudreau did as well. Maybe it was the year before. Either way. And then last year, 111 points. Basically just doing the thing that everybody knew he could do already, but just actually putting it together. And then this year, 77 points in 47 games. I mean, that's just ridiculous. He's top. McDavid's the best player in the league. For sure. Not saying he's not. MacKinnon might be the best player currently playing just off of accolades. Like, he's won a cup.
Yes.
McDavid hasn't. He has. So just off of that, I put MacKinnon just a little bit above, slightly above. Very similar skill-wise. I don't get me wrong. I still think McDavid's the best player in the league. But MacKinnon, you win a Stanley Cup, you're in another echelon, right?
Yeah.
So Nikita Kucherov, talk about
very
cups.
good.
Yeah. No, he's been having a fantastic year. I mean, he's always good. There hasn't been a year that he hasn't been good over the last since 17-18. Even then, he's still been good, and it's odd too, because as you see here, 2nd round pick, 28th overall. Those boys know how to draft.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, moving along. David Pastrnak, I mean, yeah, that I would say half of the reason why Boston's as good as they are is because David Pastrnak. Hockey is not a one-man sport like basketball or other sports are. I mean, David Pastrnak makes it seem like it is a one-man sport. JT Miller, like we were saying earlier,
genius.
Kind of out of nowhere.
This guy,
he's this good.
Genius.
He's genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Rick Tocchet, actually, genius.
Well, I think that entire coaching staff.
Rick Tockett's a G, man.
That entire coaching staff has done a fantastic job. I don't know. Like, it's so out of nowhere. And everybody was sort of like, I don't know about Rick Tocchet.
At the start, yeah, because everybody just loved.
Got a terrible winning percentage. He lost a bunch more games than he'd won, but like everybody kind of forgot that he coached for Arizona.
Yeah.
For the majority of his career when Arizona was bad.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know.
He's
Anyways.
Wayne Gretzky's best friend, Rick Tocchet. So I think that says a lot. He is,
saying
yeah.
that?
Gretzky said that on Chicklets. Yeah.
Really?
He said Rick Tockett's he's
My
his
best friend, and then Biz started crying.
Yeah.
Anyways, Artemi Panarin. Yeah, I don't know.
Cut his hair.
He's a bit of an odd looking guy now. It's okay though.
I guess he's balding. If you look at his hairline, you can see.
Oh, if he's just balding, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
I mean, it's better to shave it than to keep it.
Yeah, oh fuck, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
And if I start balding, man, I'm cutting my hair.
He has not the greatest head shape for it though, which is tragic. No,
Which is
not
tragic.
so much. I mean, some guys do, and like they shave their head and you don't even notice it. Like you're like, whoa, he's bald now, and then like a week later, you're like, that's just who he is now.
Yeah,
he's just bald,
is
and
their
it looks
shape.
completely normal.
Yeah.
Panarin, I've known, has been bald for this entire season, and it's just it's like an uncanny valley for me.
I think it's just because it was such a tragic, drastic change.
I guess, yeah,
between
he
his
had like
long
your hair,
yeah,
like a little bit shorter than your hair, and I was just pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, great season. 92 points last year. Calder winner the year that McDavid should have won, and it's kind of bullshit that Kucherov won, or not Kucherov won, that Panarin won.
Because McDavid got injured.
Also, how old is Panarin at that point? He's like 20
he is 6 years older than McDavid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like same thing when Kaprizov won. It's like, is this right? Should we be doing this? But whatever.
Yeah.
Great player in the league. My boy, Will Nye, the hockey guy.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Great season out of him. Pettersson. Pretty crazy to see two Canucks players in the top. That is the only team that has two. Actually, that's not true. Colorado. I lied. But yeah, pretty wild.
I think, my brother made a bet saying, I forget what the bet was with somebody, with a friend of ours, that there is going to be a Canucks player that gets 100 points this year.
Oh, there's going to be two.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
There might be 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hughes has kind of slowed down a little bit, but if Hughes picks back up the way he did at the start of the year, I'm shocked if he has 100 points too. Yeah, so the gap is closing here. Sick. Anyways, let's go back to I just want to. So yeah, Mikko Rantanen, Connor McDavid. Bit of a slow start earlier in the year, and then I mean, he got like six games in a row with just 1 point.
Yeah, just recently,
right,
which a point's a point, man.
Point's a point. I mean, any other player
a point
has
a game.
A point a game for 6 games. They're like, oh, this guy's doing great. But it's McDavid, so
it's like
what's going on? He's only 19 points over a point per game. He's off. He's not playing well. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. Like the thing with McDavid, it's a win-win situation because when I see him get points and win, fucking rights.
Yeah.
When I see him get 0 points and when the team wins, then it's like, dude.
Exactly.
This team we're talking about, they have a depth problem. No.
Right now they don't.
I'm just saying in
the playoffs.
13-game win streak. Yeah. It all depends on the playoffs and if they can maintain their kind of momentum here.
We'll get back to the points leaders. I just want to bring up something real quick.
Yeah. There were some comments in the chat there a second ago.
1 second.
Let's see what they said.
We'll look at that first. Let's look back at the chat here.
Do you think Jack and Luke Hughes would ever join the Canucks? See, that's a good question, Maggie Simpson.
I think the other way around.
That's what I always thought too. I always thought, Quinn probably wants to hang out with his brother so bad. But what about? But Canucks are doing better than the Devils. So
they're American.
I know they're American, but you never know.
I'm scared. The only reason why I say that is because I'm a Flames fan.
Yeah.
And we all know how it worked out for the Flames.
Yes, I know. Players. Yeah. Yeah, I know. In the state tax, dude, like Canadian players on Canadian markets, they lose so much money on taxes.
Said, though, I don't think Brady Tkachuk leaves Ottawa.
Yeah, I don't know. Even though they suck.
If we go by that, I don't think that Hughes would leave Vancouver.
Right.
Personally, they're both captains. Like, you don't just give up a captaincy to leave and go play with your brothers. I mean, maybe you do.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
I
I think Quinn Hughes is very happy right now.
For sure.
Before this season, I would have said maybe he's going to Devils, but
yeah.
Now, yeah. What did Duffy 7-Eleven here say?
$50 billion to buy and own the team, worth $35.5 billion. You got to pay more value plus legal licensing shit. Yeah. So that's why we're saying I don't think Dana White's actually buying the NHL.
How did he do? How did you figure that out? Oh, legal fees. Wow. That's awesome. I love that.
He's some kind of genius in our chat.
I like
this smart
Duffy
guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, So the one thing I want to point out is the lines haven't really changed from this too much. Like Evander Kane's sort of been bouncing up and down the lineup, but they haven't really changed much in the sense that McDavid and Leon Draisaitl have been split into two different lines for the majority.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
They do put them back together, but the fact that they're starting games split and they're still winning is a big thing.
Yeah,
because Edmonton was winning games a lot of the time for the past few years with both of them together, with Zach Hyman or Nuge or Kane.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you can split them and you can still win games is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
So, and that's the thing with the playoffs is if you start losing in the playoffs and you're because you're getting Leon Draisaitl and McDavid on one line being shut down every single game, start having issues because you don't have that depth scoring. As soon as you split those two guys up, look at how much depth it looks like we have now. That
and then when you add Perry too, man,
you drop Janmark and you add Perry here. I mean, I think honestly they'll probably drop Ryan and put him as a center here.
Yeah,
and then Hamblin will go down or Connor Brown will go down. But,
yeah, I think
you add Perry to that third line. It's a very tough third line to play against. Very tough third line.
It's sad. It's sad you got to drop a player when stuff like this happens. You know.
Yeah, for sure. No, 100%. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Add Warren Fogle to that. So, yeah, you have Warren Fogle, Vander Kane, Perry, Darnell Nurse, Desharnais, sorry. It's a very tough team to play against. Like, that's a tough team to play against.
Desharnais is a hard name to pronounce, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Vincent Desharnais.
Evan Bouchard, good player. Very good player. Brett Kulak. One of my friends played with Brett Kulak growing up.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right.
Drew. Shout out Drew.
There you go. And Sam Reinhart. So we gotta, let's sort by goals here. So Matthews, 38. Man, he's
very impressive.
The amount of
38
goals
last year. In 46 games, was it?
We can check.
Was it 46 or 45, which is insane.
44.
44 goal games played.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, definitely crazy. And then Sam Reinhart is the one that came out of nowhere. I mean,
yeah.
Come on now. Goal.
Yeah.
Last 4 game aside from the previous game, last 4 games, 4 goals and all, a goal in each game. He's been a good goal scorer throughout his career. 30 goal scorer. Everybody thinks of him as a 30 goal scorer. Not like on pace for 50.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Sam Reinhart, great player. Nikita Kucherov, Pasternak. I mean, the usual guys there. But yeah, I just wanted to point out Reinhart. He's 10th in points with 33 goals. The one person you don't see here is Austin Matthews because he doesn't like to pass the puck. I'm kidding. Anyways, this we should ignore because Aiden Hill's been injured for a while. But Charlie Lindgren, out of nowhere. I don't know how much you know about Charlie Lindgren.
Not much.
Kind of out of nowhere. We can look at his stats. He's been great, though. I mean, he has a 926 save percentage, and he's played 19 games. The first time he's actually carried a proper workload in the NHL. He's been playing great hockey, so good for him. Anyways, let's go to defenseman here. Do you want a second?
What? No.
I was about to say we can take a little
nap.
Okay. So yeah, Quinn Hughes, 56, Cale Makar. Quinn Hughes being ahead of Cale Makar is pretty wild. I know that Vancouver's played more games. Actually, no, maybe they haven't. I think they caught up, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah. Noah Dobson, out of nowhere. Another guy out of nowhere. Hedman, Renaissance season. He's coming back, and he's playing much better this year. Sergachev sort of took his role last year. on that first power play since Sergachev's hurt. Hedman's come back in, and he looks like Hedman of old, vintage Hedman, been playing great. Rasmus Dahlin, I mean, these are your likely guys. Your boy Evan Bouchard here. Why is Roman Yossi?
I was just about to say,
that was
terrifying.
terrifying.
What's going on?
Wow.
Look how old
Evan
he
Bouchard
looks
looks
though.
so good when he looks like Roman Yossi. Anyways. Yeah, point per game, defenseman.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, he's been playing great hockey. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else you want to... Oh, Philip Hronek. Everybody kind of clowned on that trade when it first happened. So you remember the trade that brought Philip Hronek over to Vancouver?
No, I do not.
So, the Canucks traded Bo Horvat to the Islanders for a first-round pick, Atu Ratu or whatever, and I believe a third or maybe another player, something like that. Anyways, and everybody's like, okay, at least you got a first back. It's pretty good. We can draft somebody. And then they turn around and trade their first for Philip Hronek. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, we're not in a position to win right now. Like, yeah, he's 25, but we're not in a position to win right now. Like, in 5 years, when we're in a position to win, he's going to be 30. Like, what are we doing? We're not in the place to be doing this right now. It doesn't matter. If you have the opportunity to pick up a guy like this, you do. And they've shown that. It's been a great trade. I mean, 46 games played, 36 points, and he has looked like a fantastic fit with Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
You want a guy that will enable Quinn Hughes to play the best hockey he has in his entire career. I mean, this is your guy. Everybody, that was the Canucks' biggest issue throughout the entirety of like Hughes' tenures. Who do we put Hughes with? You try Luke Shen, you have Tanev, and then you get rid of him, and it's like, all right, who are we putting Hughes with? I mean,
Yeah.
he's looked great.
Yeah, just look at its plus minus there too. 33 plus.
Oh, I mean,
Compared to his other years, dude.
yeah,
That's insane.
he was in Detroit before,
Yeah.
which is the issue. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's never really been this high of a point guy either.
No.
It's wild. Like,
No.
he's just, it's a perfect fit. That's why I completely agree with the Patrick Allvin extension. We can get into that if you want. Patrick Allvin extended for another 3 years. Or not Allvin. Jim Rutherford extended for another 3 years. I mean, it's looked like a slam dunk signing from the start there. I mean, they look great. Okay, let's check the chat here and see if anything else is here. Elon Musk,
Oh my
maybe.
God.
S.
All
right. What did Corey send us? Oh, we could look at the values.
Values of all the teams.
We could do. Sorry, guys. 1 second. So, Kent?
You're figuring this out.
There we are.
All right.
Beauty. So,
They can
New
see
York
this right
Rangers.
now.
Yes, they can. Expand statistic. Yeah, I don't know if this is something we should be looking at here. So they're worth $2.2 billion. The Rangers. Leafs are worth $2 billion. Montreal Canadiens are worth $1.85 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of teams worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
You see
like-
Arizona with 450. How are the Florida Panthers worth nothing? I guess nobody shows up to their games, but
Yeah. They've only been good recently.
yeah,
That's
I guess.
why.
Yeah.
What about how about Canucks?
Look at the Flames. I
Yeah.
feel like that's not right.
Yeah.
I feel like they're worth if the Ottawa Senators sold for more than that, I think they sold for $800 million. So I think the Flames are worth more than $55 million extra. Right? What team are you looking for though? Edmonton?
Canucks, Edmonton.
Yeah, so Edmonton 1.2 billion.
Canucks just over a billion.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. I've never really looked at this before.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. Very cool. All right, any other questions?
Not really. Do you have one? Where's your notes at? Did we go over everything on your notes?
That was it for my notes.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony D'Angelo. Do you know what Tony D'Angelo is?
No.
Okay. So Tony D'Angelo was the guy that when he was playing in New York, he got all pissy with, I forget who it was, Georgiev, when he was playing for the Rangers. Got all pissy with him, started like yelling at him for playing bad or whatever, and then they shipped him out immediately. The Rangers was like, I don't like this guy. And he goes to a couple other teams. He's been playing well. I'll pull up his stats here. Played well. He played in Carolina before, too, and he did pretty well. We'll pop this up here. So, yeah. So Arizona, 14 points, whatever, 8 points. New York Rangers, 30 points. And then with the Rangers, 53 points, 68 games. Definitely a great season. Goes to Carolina, 21-22. Great season, 46 points. And then, so we see here 21 points, or 21 games, 9 points. He's been a healthy scratch for a very long time now. Very long time. Like, the last game he played was January 5th. And then before that, the last game he played was the 17th of December. He has not been playing hockey. He hasn't. Like, he's just been scratched. He's a terrible, like, we talk about Evander Kane and, like, all these other guys that are bad locker room guys, supposedly. He is the worst locker room guy possibly in the league right now. Like, I'll bring up, real quick. I know you hate this.
The Yahoo fantasy hockey?
I know you hate this, but it gives a good example. Oh, we're winning. Let's go, Sully. Let's fucking go, Sully. Tony D'Angelo. So we'll pop this up here. So yeah. Oops.
Let's start the rumor of Elon Musk buying the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far is that going to? I don't know.
I think it's going to get really far.
Yeah. If we start the rumor now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody will believe us 100%.
Yeah.
We should start it.
Let's post a clip on Instagram of us
Yeah.
talking about it.
Elon Musk is starting, and then we'll use like really big words.
Yeah.
And everybody will believe us immediately. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
We'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I always thought about that. What if some maniac bought the NHL and bought every team? Some super rich guy.
Somebody's gonna get mad at you for calling him a maniac.
Oh shit! I totally just did.
Sully is pissed.
Anyways, if some crazy guy buys NHL,
yeah,
or woman, buys NHL and and just changes all the team colors to like be one color, and just fucks everything up completely,
yeah.
And like,
I don't think anybody's gonna do that.
Or maybe moves every team to like Kansas.
Oh Jesus!
It's like just completely fucks it.
I mean, yeah.
I think there'd be an assassination attempt for that guy.
It could happen.
There'd be an assassination attempt.
So this is just from November here.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, he's not injured. He has not been injured throughout this entire time.
0 time on ice.
Look at this.
Getting benched.
So even the times that he is playing, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 11 minutes, he's just a healthy scratch. They don't want him playing. He's putting up points when he's playing.
Right.
Goal in 5 minutes.
Those are points there, or fantasy points?
So goal. No. That's a goal.
But okay.
Goal, assist, point. So that's a goal.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
That's an assist. 2 penalty minutes. That's a power play goal there. Like power play assist. Like. He's doing stuff when he's playing. He's just like such a terrible locker room guy. I thought that was really funny.
You've been in the locker room?
Well, no, but just like from when he was in New York. From when he was in New York. Don't be like that. From when he was in New York, he's a terrible locker room guy.
Yeah.
Anyways. Elon is buying the NHL? Yeah. And Sean just called him crazy. How do we feel about that?
Sean called him crazy?
Move the NHL to Saudi Arabia.
Exactly,
the Saudis would buy the NHL, given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really know if they care too much about hockey. Maybe they do.
They could.
They could.
Just
get them into hockey.
They could easily get into hockey, yeah.
I feel like
yeah, exactly. Like something crazy like that. Or Putin bought the NHL.
Yeah.
Just did something crazy with it. Like, it's all entirely possible.
Putin bought the NHL. Yeah. I think Putin's run out of money.
Dude,
with this war. I don't know if he's doing well.
Putin's a hockey. I don't know why Putin's not in the NHL, dude.
He's great. Yeah, we can toss that up.
8-goal game, bro.
Let's toss up Putin's hockey highlights.
It's insane.
Let's get hacked by the Russians. Putin hockey.
When was the last time nobody has ever scored 8 goals in NHL before?
Oh yeah, and like these were not just like regular goals either. Like he had to really work hard for these goals. Like nobody let him score any of these goals.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. Nobody's letting him score.
He's a legend.
Nobody's letting him score. Nobody's worried about their life ending if they don't let him score. Nobody's worried about that. Nobody.
If the video's gonna load, here he goes.
There we go. Look at him.
Jerseys.
Look at him. Wow. Look at him. He skates great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nobody's worried about dying right now from fist bumping him too hard. Look at how gentle everybody's.
Nah.
Look at these.
And what's amazing?
Whoa! Look at him! Look at him! Whoa!
It's crazy. He has a different colored helmet on than the rest of his teammates, so he's a target. He's at a disadvantage with that different colored helmet.
The Americans are salivating right now with this different helmet color. He's a target.
Yeah, he's a target.
You can pick him out of a crowd right now.
And he still scores 8 goals in one game, which is incredible.
Wow, that defenseman really tried hard there. Let's rewind that. Look at this. Look at this guy. Wow. Good defensive play. But just Putin's better.
This guy, genius.
Who is this Vlad guy? Why isn't he in the NHL? Wow. Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Wow. They're so excited. They're like, we have Russian Wayne Gretzky on our team.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The next Wayne Gretzky.
Who is Mario Lemieux? Yeah, this young buck.
Yeah.
Young buck. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, they really tried hard. Anyways.
Yeah, and there's another scene at the end there where he trips over right here. Trips over the mat. It's pretty impressive. No,
and whoever put that mat there is
yeah.
He's on a long-term vacation now. We'll put it that way. He's been on vacation for a while. He's really enjoying himself. Anyways, yeah. Vladimir Putin. Wow, what an absolute
serious question.
Hockey Super League.
Where 8?
Where they make 8 teams and only have the best players on these teams. I don't mind it.
I know who this is. I know who Maggie Simpson is.
Who's
by
Maggie
the way.
Simpson?
It's Dane, my brother.
Is it?
Yeah, for 100% sure. No, he's talked about this before.
Oh, okay.
Serious question. No, I think it's dumb. No, don't mess. It's stats, bro. We gotta think about the stats.
Yeah. So,
you can't fuck with history.
If there are already too many good players in the AHL, if there's already too many good players in hockey period that they need to leave to go to Europe and they need to play in the AHL, you take that and squish it into 8 teams. Yeah, it'd be an absolute mess.
Yeah, but you would see some really good hockey.
Would you?
Probably not.
You have the best defensive players in the world along with the best offensive players in the world, both stripping pucks from each other.
Yeah,
you would see no offense.
Yeah,
I don't think you would see any offense because they're the best players.
It would just mess with it too much.
If you have the best players on each team, it's not like you're just getting the best offensive guys. That would be dumb. You need the best defensive guys too. You have all the best defensive defensemen on every single team in the league, and you also have all the best defensive forwards as your bottom 6. Everybody that's the best, because you need defense.
Yes.
Offense is really fun, but if you want to win games, you need to be able to shut down top guys. Because your top guys can't just skate constantly. Yeah, you would see no offense, I don't think.
It's just, man. I don't know. It's if the NHL were to collapse somehow, I can see that's the only reason why you do something like that.
I don't.
You're basically restarting a league. You're restarting a league at that point.
Because there's already too many good players.
I know.
So the reason why I don't like that is because Alex Tuch was a third line guy in Vegas. Look at the Olympics best on best. It's amazing hockey for sure, but that's also a very short amount of games, not a lot of games played. You go over an 82 game season with 8 teams against each other, it's gonna be a mess. If we think trap hockey was bad earlier on, a little bit further back from now, it's gonna be much worse than the best.
I don't know. Let me think about it. I don't know. You said defense would be no scoring. Yeah, man. Yeah, probably. But I mean, it's entertaining hockey, man, when you know they're the best. But that's the reason why we know they're the best is because they're the best in the league.
Exactly.
They stand out they stand out against these other lesser good players.
So here,
most. I have. And once you go over this, I have something I want to bring up.
Okay. So I just want to bring this up because these are players that nobody would think would be great at takeaways, all this sort of stuff, right? So we look at this. Mitch Marner. Let's get rid of that. Mitch Marner with the highest takeaways, 104. So he's going to be on a team, highest takeaways. Brandon Hagel, Slavin, Fox, Wenberg, Malkin, McDavid, Carlson. You think that these guys playing against each other won't be able to strip the puck off of each other just constantly at will. A lot of these guys are making that league. You have Slavin on that team. You have Fox. You have a lot of these guys. Stone was hurt last year, so you don't really see Stone here. But yeah, Stevenson, Tuch, you have these guys on your teams. They're just going to be stripping the puck away from each other. I don't know if it'd work. I mean, we're talking about it's a real thing. But
I have a thing that could be actually real.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if wars were settled by hockey games? Me and my cousin were talking about this other day. If instead of war, we just had a hockey game or a series, a 7-game series where 2 countries go at it.
Wouldn't that be soccer?
And whatever kind of dispute, whatever dispute they have, they settle it over hockey.
Wouldn't it have to be soccer though?
No, hockey. It has to be hockey.
But then Canada would just
Well, other teams would practice. Other teams would practice like crazy.
But then everybody would be like, "Why isn't it soccer? Because soccer's the most popular sport in the
let's just say it's hockey.
Let's say it's hockey.
Or any sport. Okay, whatever. Let's just hockey, for example. It could be any sport, but let's just say hockey. Could you imagine Connor McDavid at this point? Connor McDavid would nowhere be near in the league, because you know how much money and training we'd put into finding and training these players, into sourcing these players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Connor McDavid at his level right now would be nowhere near, nowhere near fighting for our country.
I don't know if that's true.
I do. Like, you would find so many other good players. Like, you're thinking about if all of our money gets invested into hockey, every country, and it's like the most important thing, then yeah, you would see some next level hockey and next level skill.
For sure, I think McDavid would just be better than he is already.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. McDavid at this level right now.
McDavid's not just like good at hockey because he's good at hockey. He's also like a supreme athlete.
Yes, I know, but like I'm saying at this level, McDavid, our universe McDavid, he wouldn't be nowhere near.
I don't think
he wouldn't be anywhere near.
There's already a lot of money in hockey.
No, but when it's more
how do you get development? How do you get player development better than it already is?
I don't know.
Best it's ever been.
Steroids, mandatory steroids.
You think the NHLers aren't on steroids right now?
No, I don't think they're on steroids. No, I think they're on like supplements.
Dude, they're on steroids.
Well, also if you use promo code Spot Hockey. You get 10% off your athletic greens.
You also get 10% off SARMs through SARMs Canada. I'm kidding.
No, but I think we would see some amazing hockey.
I don't know. It's so far-fetched. I don't know. Anyway.
Did I ever tell you about I think I told you guys about my evolution theory about BMXers. Right, you're rewarding. This
is getting off topic. Anyways, anybody else have a question for us before we go here?
What time are we at? How long have we been doing this for?
This is the second recording is an hour long now.
Okay,
it's pretty good.
Okay, we've been going for a while. Yeah. We went almost 2 hours last time.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't really have much other topics to talk about.
Yeah.
Best podcast yet.
Oh, thank you, Dane.
Well, there's Dane now. Is he on a different account now or what?
We still have 6 viewers. So Maggie left, and now Dane's here.
Okay, he just changed his account name.
Yeah.
So how many? We got five viewers.
Six viewers.
Well, including us.
Oh,
including us.
We count.
What else do we talk about? I wanted to mention a couple COD All-Stars.
Couple COD All-Stars.
I wanted to mention my Subway experience. I didn't get a chance to mention my Subway experience right before I came here.
Oh, yeah. How was your sub?
Right before I came here. Sub was phenomenal, of course.
That's good.
Anybody living in Nanaimo or in Nanaimo and you want to get Subway, make sure to go to the Departure Bay one.
Yeah.
There's one dude. He's been working there. Apparently, he said like 8 years.
Yeah.
He's best Subway service ever had. Yeah, he's just good energy. He's so professional when he's like, holding the bread. He like flips the bread and puts it on and cuts it fast. So good. Mm-hmm. Friendly, super nice, super cool guy. I told him about the podcast, and I told him at the end there, I was like, bro, like, I'm going to give you a shout out on the podcast today. I think his name Eric, I believe.
I don't know.
He said he's been working there like for 9 years and he just loves it there. And
that's crazy,
dude, it's people like him that make me want to go there and spend all my money, Make me want to go there over and over and over again. I give him a $5 tip.
He's not getting paid enough.
I give him a $5 tip.
We gotta post a clip of this to we gotta send it to Subway. We gotta send it to somebody.
Yeah.
At Subway and tell them we need this guy making way more money because he's the only reason why Kent spends money at Subway. And then that's a big promotion.
It's the reason. It's people like those people, that just make me want to keep supporting the small businesses.
Hockey
like Subway.
Sponsored by Subway.
Yeah.
That one guy at Eric sponsors our podcast. That's good.
Now that guy was a legend, dude. I respect him a lot.
No, he's a great guy. He's the guy with like the crazy hair.
Crazy hair. Yeah.
And he flips shit.
Yeah. And he's just super cool, dude. Yeah.
He's definitely cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions before we go here? Couple COD All-Stars. Kenty, any good at COD?
I was back in the day. I was good. Yeah, I'm still all right. I guess you're good at COD, eh?
We could 1v1 as our hockey pod. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know Zupper is really good at COD. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hockey podcast.
Are we done?
Yeah. This has been a bit of a. It's been a good one. Hopefully, it's been good.
It was good.
I mean, we both just got off work, so hopefully it's good.
We've been working and talking all day.
Yeah.
So now to come.
We've been trying to save hockey talk for this entire day, just for this moment. So, and the fact that the fucking first 45 minutes of this goddamn podcast was screwed. That sucks.
Yeah,
but it's
that
okay.
Sucks. That's all right. It's a practice, man. It made us better at podcasting and having to practice that. Yeah.
Hopefully it did. All right, guys.
Okay. Good night.
Have a good one. Peace.
Bye-bye.